stream so I can be able to
This might. Okay.
when you upload back to your GitHub, then everything is going to be settled fine.
Mm, yeah, I just did as soon as I did commit.
Exactly. That is usually how it works. Okay, so today is another day. We'll just do a little rundown on that Flexbox and do some simple navbar for ourselves. Okay. And I think I will still have to use internal CSS. I don't want to use external CSS. External CSS might be stressful, so I don't want to use external CSS. It's actually stressful, I won't lie to you. So for simplicity's sake, I'm going to make it internal CSS. So let's begin. Make a short prayer and continue. Father, I commit this class into your hands. I commit tonight into your hands as we want to do something simple, as we want to do, in quotes, something hard, but you make all things easy with your grace and with your knowledge. So I ask for your understanding. As your understanding come, I embrace us in Jesus' name. Amen. So, Flexbox, CSS Flexbox is actually not hard. Or let's put it this way. You know, all the navbar you've been seeing in your browsers and all the Chromes and all of those stuffs, those are actually Flexbox that we use it for. Though they are actually different, a different method to do it, but I prefer Flexbox because of how it has been taught me, or how I learned it. I won't say that it has been taught me, because how I studied it and found it easier to use Flexbox to create navbar, at least for a desktop. Yeah, we're not doing for mobile today. Yeah, so for desktop, using the normal standard way is actually
What's the difference?
Okay.
You said not for a mobile phone. What's the difference? The difference is when media query is not involved.
Exactly. Now, media query will be involved, but notice that when you now shrink it, your navbar arrangement just changes. I don't know if you've noticed it.
Yeah, it will. Maybe it goes straight. If you had it up, if you not shake it, it will not be like straight.
Exactly.
Now you like relocate.
So it rearranges itself automatically. So media query comes in there, and it's something that probably won't explain it today. It's something I won't explain today, sure. So let's just work with the normal CSS that we already know, or let me say the normal desktop that we want to work with today first. So every navbar used to have two things. It used to have firstly, it used to have a logo, but then after the logo, it will now have a series of navigation, right? Yes, exactly. So we are going to build that right now, and let's proceed. So firstly, we'll create a div. A div is going to be the container that is going to house all of it. So we can decide to make this, give it a class of container. Now, inside the class, we now, if you look at it pictorially, I need to have sketch this out. I don't know if it's necessary to sketch this out, but if you look at it pictorially, we have two different things. So we have a menu, which is all those home, about us, all of those things, and a logo. But so we can say, okay, I want this to be like this. Maybe I can use a div and give it for the logo. So I can call this front end. Let's just call it front end. Then this is the logo. But and also, if you notice, most logos are always links, but links to the home page. So we can give it a name. You give it an A tag. So I'm going to delete this last one here. Give it A tag. Close it up. So we've gotten our first. It's a link, and it's also an A tag. So we now use another div, and this other div will now contain for the menu, right? Now for this div to contain for the menu, inside this div, or let's call it inside this div now, all those menu that you are seeing is actually a list. You get, I've talked about lists, so all those menu that you have been seeing are actually lists. Yes, on other list, because it doesn't have any numberings on it. So we give it another list, then li. Now we can give the first list and remember, even if I put it any name, all those things are actually links, but all those menus are links. So I'll have to give this, every menu inside. Exactly. So an anchor tag inside the list. Exactly.
So now that means at that feature side, that's when you now put the link of where you want to send when somebody clicks the mail, where you want it to be sent to.
Exactly. So if you can put it to be, you can put it to be the home page. Yes. So when someone clicks on that home now, it will take the person to the home page, depending on how you set it. But I use this hash, so it will not take us anywhere. So I'm going to copy this. Paste it here. Paste it here. Here. Let's make it 5. Paste it here. So another one. What is the another option that used to be in the menu?
Uh,
Let's say services.
I know there is contact us, there is login,
Okay.
there is
Login.
there is setting, there is about, there is sign up.
Sign up.
Okay, sign up. Some people doesn't use to do that. But sign up can be there, sign up.
Let's say contact us. Now, if I should come over here and refresh, you will see all of them coming up. But so we can say this also this A tag here. We can give it hash. That's an empty something here. Now we can start giving this thing a kind of like class names to make the naming easier. So there is actually a way to name them. You can name it anything and it will work. Or if for clarity's sake, or for a better way to the same way we write with small letters all through, you can actually use a kind of naming conventions. So say we have class. The main class is actually container bar. So we can say the things inside it can be, that is the div inside this container class. Now we can call it container underscore logo. Huh? We can give it something like this.
Why two underscores? Let me make it two.
It depends on me. It's just
Just
for
your choice, right?
yeah, but it's for more clarity's sake, or what I say, it's like I don't know. There was this article I read a long time ago. That is a standard. It's not like it's a global standard. You can still use anything you like and it will still work. Or there's also like a kind of standard for almost every developer to be using that kind of naming convention. I posted it on my Twitter one time. I have to search it out. So you can give it this. Maybe we can even come to this place. This one, I'm not going to follow a naming convention. I'm just going to give it a class name and give it logo. Let's keep it this way. Now, I can come here to this second one and give it a class of container underscore. We can call it list, or let's call it menu. Huh? So I don't want to do anything too special to this list over here, so let's just leave it like this. Let all of them behave the same way. So when we are styling, I can give a what I call it a wildcard styling to everything. I can say that I want the margin to be 0, neutralize everything. So I'm padding. When you're using the asterisks, you're kind of setting the whole browser to default.
As in universal.
Yes. If you remember that time we do CSC or something, they talked about wildcard declaration using asterisks. So it's more of something like this. So we can also be like, okay, now we've done that, then we can say for this navbar now, we want to create a navbar. We want to use CSS Flexbox, for example, to create a navbar. So I can say the class now. I have to call the class dot container. No, just for the dot container. Now, for this dot container now is covering everything. Now I want to give it a style that we arrange the containers inside it. Now, if you look closely, we have two containers inside this main container. You're seeing, bar. This is the first container, the first div, second div. Get. So these are the two of them. Now I can come here and set something. I can say I want it to be displayed as flex. Now you can also open another. Maybe you can use your phone and open that PDF now, and I'll be showing you some things directly from that PDF. You're back, ba?
Yes.
Now look at this now. I set the display effects and you see the way the thing arranged itself. Now there is a way flex work. You can flex has a direction. You can set anything. Say for example, I have a div currently. I have this div. Then inside this div there are two containers, or it can be more than two. Now I can use flex, but if I'm using flex, I can set that everything here can be displayed in a row format, and all of them will be displayed in that row format. That is these two things here. These two divs here will be displayed in a row format. This one and this one. So if I say I want it to be displayed in a column format, it will display everything in a column format. Like by default, this is already arranged in a column format. You get? So let's proceed. I can give it a flex, then give it a flex direction. I want my flex to have direction, so I want it to be a row format. So row. So when I refresh this, you notice that it has arranged itself like this. You get? So another thing is also missing now, or something is, what I call it, fishy in quotes. Notice that this one is still arranged like this too. These home services, all of them, they are still arranged in this format, in column format. But so I can do something. I can come here and give it a class name and say container __ list. Then instead of me to come and start doing the same thing to another, start writing another style in this CSS, I can use comma, because I want to do the same thing to that class. I can then come here, copy this and paste it over here. add that dot. So I can use comma and say that I want these two things to have the same property. So I come here and refresh. Have you noticed something? Huh?
Not like the other one.
Exactly.
But they kind of mixed up.
Exactly. They are
There's
joined
not
together.
a row.
Exactly. Now we are going to correct all of those things. But the major thing is that we have gotten them to be in a row format. But now let's just
Yeah.
do some things to those links. We can just set every general link, give a general link a certain style. So give it, say text decoration should be none. And font family should be sans serif. Then color, or let's say font size should be 10 pixels. Refresh it. Okay, this is enough. Now we can also style the container by giving it a background color of yellow.
Is the container original? Can't you put it in?
Now if I put it here now,
Is
yes.
it okay to affect the other one?
Exactly. So
Well, okay, there's a difference. I was trying to ask if that thing that used to have the problem of the first one running before the second one, if it's going to be affecting it.
no, it's not going to affect it.
So then I realized that there is a different styling and fire. As soon as it's find that contrast themselves,
Exactly.
they are being very well. So different styling and fire.
So we can also change these things to be black. Normally I'm supposed to use a class, but since we're already working on navbar, we'll just generalize all the styles together. So I can say the font color, not font color, we can just say color to be black. So
For the links.
yes, for the navbar, the navbar is yellow, so because of color stuff now.
Okay.
Now, what is missing now? Okay, look at how they are clustered together. Now, if you look at that,
It's missing with you.
exactly. If you look at that, what are they calling it? That PDF now. Yeah. So there is a way you can actually like reset this stuff.
You justify content.
Yeah. You use that justify content part. So we have to use that property in this CSS so we can be able to like space things around and also in quotes make things look cool. Okay,
Yeah.
so
So what we are styling now is going to be the container itself. And the container list now, not
yeah,
the individual ones.
exactly. We'll start a container and the container will now shift those two different containers The any style we are doing now is actually like going to be affecting those two different containers. You get has the R in group. I'm making sense, well.
Yes, you are. I'm just remembering this kind of yeah, first. Let me know.
Okay.
That is what happened. That is eh? Oh, yeah, followed you check it. I'm coming. Continue. I'm hearing you.
Oh.
I asked them for that because coming question. Let's say the name picture that can. You will never check the name.
So we have to use another property. Yeah. Now, just justify content. So we have to justify content, and when you are using that justify content now, you have to select the individual value over there. So we can say we can use the space around or space in between. It depends on the type of nav bar you're creating, sure. You get. So justify content. Let's use space around and see how it looks. Space around, refresh it. Now, okay, it's coming up. Then now I want us to do something like add some padding to it. You get, you can add some padding. You can add. So once add some padding to the top and the bottom. Yes, I can say I want like a 5 pixel padding on the top, 0 on the right, 5 pixels on the bottom and 0 on the left. When I refresh it, well, let's make it 10.
Where did you give this padding now? You gave it to.
Remember the clock method? You even talked about it.
The container.
I gave it to the container, yes. Remember, it's a container that is containing everything navbar. I don't know if you get what I mean.
So the lane, that's the distance So,
No, I actually wanted us to have like a good spacing out on what we are doing. Like, look at, if you didn't add the padding, it was actually like looking so jump up to this thing. I wanted to even give it like some border self. I still love that gumroad border design. So I like ever since I saw that thing, I still feel like, man, that is like a new design trend. So border, then give it black and yellow. Yellow always goes well. So something like this, then we now have to like work on this list over here. But we have home, services, login, and they are even appearing as list, which is not supposed to be so. They are appearing as list, ordered list. Yeah. So it's not supposed to be so.
you're showing to OM.
No, it's not even supposed to appear as an ordered list, other type of list. So we have to remove that and don't make it ordered. So what we're going to do is call on this, use this class and start styling them. Dot container lists. Now dot container list. What we're going to do to this container list? If you look closely, everything is already aligned. Just that we need some spacing. So what I'm going to do is inside the dot container list, I'll target the list element inside the dot container list. You see what I did? I didn't put any comma. So I said it's more like saying if I use dot container list, then the next thing I target is what should be inside. It's more like saying parent to child.
Okay. Yeah, we're talking about a separate the deep inside. We're trying to get this second container inside the main container.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I can
the child of the container.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe I can say something like maybe give them some padding, if we should give them some padding, or a gap. Let's try a gap of 5 pixels. That didn't work, so we have to use some padding. So we added some padding to it. I want this padding, I don't want it to be from top, so we'll make it left and right. So what I'm going to do is give 0 here. Top, right, bottom, left. So
I want to ask something.
Yeah.
Okay. You targeted, you wrote container list and then list.
Yes.
As no comma.
Yes.
Where did you speak about that again? What did you say about when there's no space?
When there is no space, I'm not. It's gonna. Okay, now look at this. Now, this dot container list is specifying this here, but or if I don't put, if I then say, if I want to target this list over here, I just have to write list. I don't need to press. Now, if I move my mouse over it, you will see this thing being displayed over here. It's showing the syntax of how it was targeted. So, dot container list, and then this element here, you get. So we are more like targeting what is only this list. If this list, for example, was outside of this container, all this style that we are giving it here will not happen. It will not even happen to it. I don't know if you get.
My business is there. And I asked, anyway, continue. I want to remember how to put this
Okay.
Since I find that like what condition do we normally use each one of that? Because I can remember that one we're doing P dot, as in when you give classes, you read P dot classes, as in P dot the class name you get. I'm trying to understand this case whereby it will be standing alone without that dot. Is it because it came after a class name? Can this LI come before a class name and still work?
Now, it will still work as long as this LI is superior to that class name. That is, this LI, or let's say this class name is inside. Okay, let me give you an example. If this class, this container list was inside this AHref, inside this A tag here, you can say li, you can then say li space dot container list, get, and to target it directly. But as long as it's not inside of it, it's outside of it, which is this container list over here, we can then target what is inside that element. Is this still confusing?
It is, but continue. Let me not draw it back. Continue.
Oh, I will still explain it again. Now, inside this, I'll have to remove this list style. So remove that dot. So I can say list style should be none. I don't want that dots, these dots to be here. So I've removed those dots. Remember this list style property that we talked about that last time?
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
all those, like when you don't want the numbers to even get.
Yes, exactly. So we can actually okay, I want this logo to be bold. I don't want it to be like that. So I can just come and trace.
Once I get that container logo.
What I'm going to target is going to be this logo here. Yeah. Or maybe I can target the dot container dot logo, maybe just to give it like a background color.
Because it has everything.
Yes. So to give this our logo in quotes something special, I can give it that dot container underscore logo. Then I can say background. Background color should be black.
The color will not be white, so that's fine.
Yes. But that color, since what is inside this now is another element. So we have to use this class directly here.
Okay. That means you have to use those. You have to use those.
Yes. I can do it two ways. I can use dot logo. You get, or I can use dot container logo, then target that ahref. You get what I mean now?
Can you do
If I do now, if I do comma, it won't really like work per se, in the sense that the container logo is actually just more like a container containing. It's not like you're even typing anything. It's just more like a container that is going to be containing the ahref. You get, so it's not going to edit anything. Even if you say font style or font that, it's not going to work. But this one that is like a text kind of element is going to work on it.
So is this case where, because this one now I'm not going to understand more about that. So when you use that space is when you want to target something that is
inside. Exactly. Either you can target it with an element or a class name.
Inside.
Yeah.
As in, this thing is just like the grandchild.
Exactly.
Child of the child.
Exactly. So I can say, since the background is white, the background is black, I can say the font. Let's just give it a color. The color should be white. So if I should refresh this, okay. Remember I also said that even if you don't want to use this way, you can still use that dot logo, and the same thing will still happen. Dot logo. You get, so it's all up to you to know which one you want to use. So I can come here and then add some padding to this. So add some padding. Yeah.
Padding is all around or just top and bottom?
So it depends on you. For me, I want to add it all around. You get?
Yeah.
I want to add it all around. So I can say the padding should be 3px. Or maybe let's give it 5 or 4. Yes. Exactly, something like this. So the padding is going to be all around. Now, if you look at that, your PDF, you see where they wrote align items. If you look at this logo and look at this menus here, they are not actually in a straight line. I don't know if you noticed it. Yes. So I can come to my container and say align items. So I can say align items to be center. And once I do that, it aligns all of them. So even if I come here and start adjusting my padding to, let's say, 5, you still align everything. It's not start doing what I call it reshaping on itself.
So that means Flexbox is stronger than other codes like other lower codes of padding. The Flexbox is stronger than oh wait, okay, it came first. So
Exactly.
it's stronger than it,
The flexbox is being done on the container. You get. So we can actually like say for this link now, for example, this links over here. You can say I want the links when it is active, or let's say when you hover over the link. So over the link, let it change color. So you can say color should be
I think I said I've forgotten how to do this over one. Man, I can remember.
Yeah, that's why it's practice, like more of practice. But now, when you click, put this over now, and you move your mouse over this, it should be changing color. You get?
Yeah, mine is.
So that is it. Then what else happens on navbar? What else happens on navbar? Now, when a navbar is active, you should have a specific color. So we can say when a link on a navbar is active, that is when you have clicked on it. Let it do something like this.
Yeah, there's a question I want to ask this. Say some nav bars now are now dropped down.
Yes.
They're no longer. They don't need to do it again to be like this. It's very, very few sites that have their own layout open like this. Most of them now is like a side, a left or right drop down menu. So that one is the total design altogether.
Yeah, you have to start adding like it's kind of sub list. It's more like you call it like mega menus. They used to be very, 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 very big. So maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday, but hello.
Can you hear me?
Okay, I started to hear you right now.
My network is bad. So I'm saying, like, if you go to your Google, then type Spotify or any website. They're the only ones that have laid out.
I think I've seen a lot of websites. No, basically, most websites that still use this, like say for example now, this is like a normal navbar. Okay. Maybe let me open this Spotify. It's still a normal navbar. Like it's still a standard normal navbar. Yeah. A lot of companies still use it. Even Facebook still use it.
Yeah, Facebook still uses it. Facebook own is because that's how they, I think they are structured to be that way. But if they own is see now, it comes as logos. And the rest of it.
You can still
Yeah,
work with it
modified.
too.
But what I'm trying to say is that the major place that contains those login and everything, it should be like not like login, but it should be like drop down window. So I'm not saying that it's, we are starting from one. I'm saying still this flex box that they use for that one or something else
Still
entirely.
Flexbox.
Still flex box.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, there are two ways of doing most of these things. Two major ways actually. We have Flexbox and Grid. Yeah, it's like yeah,
Yeah.
CSS Flexbox and CSS Grid. Yeah. So most times, most people starting up, you are always advised like, okay, use Flexbox because it's kind of like way straightforward and easy and all that. But when you want to set up something complex, you have to start using Grid. There is a kind of grid system that, or what I call it, a kind of design that you need to start working with Grid to not complicate things for yourself. Because CSS Flexbox may not be able to do that. Yeah, so they will always advise you like, okay, you have to use Grid to do this kind of thing. Okay, so that is just the thing. So let's proceed. Now, as I say, when the link is active, I want the color to be green. So I want the color to be green. So if I should click on this link, once it becomes active, as I clicked on it now, and as my mouse is on this now, it's already active. You get really nothing is actually happening is because we didn't set the link. We just gave it a random, like it shouldn't go anywhere. Or if it actually went somewhere or something. This nav bar.
So if you click it, it will show you the color.
Yes.
If you click it.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So anytime I remove my hand from the mouse, that is when it will like leave. So as long as it's being clicked on and it's kind of like saying that this thing is being active or is acted on. Yeah. Or normally once you move your mouse right, nothing's gonna happen and all that. So what else are we missing?
Okay. What else? Nothing. Just if we are going to attach that drop down menu and let's add another thing.
You know how to add icons. You know how to add icons.
Favicon.
No, not favicon. Normal icons.
It's using a favicon. What is that?
So let's work with something like this.
It has like an image.
You know,
and you put it inside.
Facebook has like an icon, what I call it, set up their own in front of form of icons. So I can come to, there's actually websites that you can get icons. So you have to like, let's say, use Icon Scout. Yeah, there are lots more others too. So I can use Icon Scout and get some icons. I'll have to like import the icons into my code. You get. So I have to just look for some icons and let's just say home. Not what I needed. We can use something like this icon. Yeah. Okay. So for us to like use icons, we need to. Are you still there? You're still there, ba?
Yeah.
So for us to use icons, we need to import it into our code. So I'm going to explore and find icons. So as I've clicked on icons, I'll have to like go to get started, log in with my email. So after logging in, next thing I'm going to do is like look for some icons. First, let me go to. No, it's not what I need. Search for line icons. There is something free. Okay. So let it load up. Okay. Now it's home. And if I want to like, I can actually like download the icon. You get? I can literally download the icon. So when I download the icons, I'll have to like slot it into my code. You get?
You're downloading the icon, PNG or SVG.
Most people advise that you download your icons in form of SVG. Yeah, like SVG. Icons are usually in SVG, sure. Because then you can actually import it directly from the website. You can actually import. They will always provide a kind of like a link directory. You get a link directory to your distance that you will have to like pass it into your website and all of those stuff. Then so give me a sec, let me explain that. Close it up. Choose me over and over again, over and over again. Oh, this will be the last one we're gonna do before calling it a day. And but you can work on this nav bar like on your own bar. You should be able to work on this nav bar on your own now.
Now, like, do what you did today, right?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I can.
Okay. So, sorry, I'm trying to pull up a link. Dun, 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 dun.
You know SVG, yeah? You know SVG is like a link.
Yeah, it's almost like it's more like numbers, full of numbers, X and Y, all of those stuff.
I just checked the ones I downloaded, the icons I downloaded, and I'm seeing that it's
And you're saying
like showing me link, as in showing me browser, to open my browser. So I don't know. Like, hey, search is another thing. Another navigation. So,
this search is okay. I've seen what I'm looking for. So under this icon scouts, there should be a section for uni icons. I've seen what there is this a kind of like a sub link that I was looking for, or I found it. So under icons, this iconscout.com, there is something called uni icons. So once you get over to uni icons, you can actually like import this. You'll copy this. Yeah, for you to be able to use the icons on this website, you copy this. Remember, iconscout.com/uni-icons. Let me send it to the group. When I use it here, I want to forward a link to the group. So it is from there that you'll be able to like copy this link and import it to your code. Yeah, so once you copy the link, you can come over to this place.
Okay, what do you touch to get the code? I'm at the icons, any icon.
Slash any icons.
They just click on their links.
Yeah, click on this copy here.
How do you? I'm just at get unlimited access.
Okay, let me be sure that you wrote the right code. Let me send in the right website. Verify that is the.
That's where I am.
Now scroll down. You see that link tag. I'll start using icons on it as a font. Have you seen it?
Okay, I've seen it. Yeah, just need to scroll down. Yeah.
So when you copy it, you go over to your code. When you head over to your code, you paste that link. That same way you have under that your CSS in the header section or in that head section. You paste it there. Yeah. So once you're done pasting
link it as another style sheet.
No, you don't need to put it inside another style sheet. Just paste it after the link of your CSS, or just even under your title bar and all of those. But it must be in the header, in the head element.
What I did was I created another.
You created
another CSS.
No, you don't need to create another CSS. So.
Can I just add it as another href and put the link?
No, just copy that. Just copy what you just. This whole thing, the same way it is now. You see my desktop, huh?
Yes, I've copied it.
Copy it, then go to your code. Then just paste it in your header, on your head element. And that is it.
Okay, the thing is already
it's already done, it's already structured. You just need to just copy it out.
Oh, I see now.
Yeah. Now, when you are done copying it, you will now go and start looking for the type of font style you like. But the only free one that they have here is this line. These ones are actually paid. You get? So you have to go to this line since it's free, and when you search for it, you can actually look for the icon you want. So I can say home icon, and we will use this one. You copy it. Once you click on it, you notice something appear there. You get? So this I class, UI, UL, all of those things, UIL, UIL estate, all of them are needed. So when you see it there, you copy it. Okay? Then open back your VS Code. When you open back your VS Code, put it inside that link. Like before that home, you have seen my mouse bar. See how he's blink where he's blinking. So you
I should put it. Okay.
yeah, copy it and paste it inside there. So as I've pasted it inside there, what I will now do is if I just check your browser currently, if you refresh your browser, you will see this there. You see what I mean?
Yeah, you added
The home.
the home to it.
So the same thing goes.
It's
You can actually like look for an icon that will match for services. So if I search for services and I don't find something nice, I didn't find anything. So I can look for something like tools. Not finding what I need, so I can let me say screw.
let me explain. This thing as it is like this.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Sorry, as it is like this now, if you remove your data, so will it disappear?
It will disappear. You hear what I say, ba? Hello? Hello? You can hear me, bro?